العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه وتابعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Indeed, all praises belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator, sustainer and controller of the universe and all within. And we invoke His peace and blessings upon His noble messenger, His family, His companions, and all those who follow them in righteousness until the end of time, and may Allah the Exalted cause us to be among them. Respected elders and parents, dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I notice we have, as one of the brothers put it earlier, a full house. So I hope you all came for the whole program, not just for the dinner. Although there is nothing wrong with that. Afghan food is the best, mashallah. Once again, brothers and sisters, it's a pleasure to be here with you. And I am really happy to see so many people coming out to this program. It's once a month, and I hope you will continue to do this, because it is intended to teach us our religion, our deen. And you know, there is not much you might learn in one session. But as the sessions keep piling up, there's a tremendous amount that you can learn. And as you've heard, since 2013, we started with the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. It's been 4 years, we're into our 5th year, and we still haven't finished that. Does anyone think that we're moving too slow? 4 years, guys, we haven't completed the seerah? Is that too slow? No? It's not slow? You're right, it's not slow, because we're looking at 23 years of his life, and only 4 years we have done so far, so we have a lot of time. Okay, so the last thing we talked about was the Battle of Badr, and we spent a fair bit of time talking about the Battle of Badr. And the Battle of Badr took place in the 2nd year of the Hijrah. It was the year in which fasting in Ramadan was made compulsory. And actually, what's going on? And actually, in the month of Ramadan itself, the battle happened. It started around the 17th of Ramadan. And then, in the 2nd year of the Hijrah, there is an incident that happened. It's not a full-fledged war per se, but it's a significant event. And that is, you know, in Medina, take this off. So you might want to unplug this. So in Medina, around Medina, there were 3 Jewish tribes that were living. You have Banu Nadir, Banu Qaynuqa, and Banu Mustaliq. These were the 3 main Jewish tribes living in and around Medina. And we have talked before why they were living there. So the tribe Banu Qaynuqa, of all 3 tribes, this is the one that was known for its hatred and dislike for Islam and the Muslims. So they will always find opportunities to create problems in society, in the community. And so one day what they did, you know, they would always insult the companions, they will always mock them, because they were, you know, fairly wealthy people. And you know, the poor companions, they would mock them and tease them, make fun of them. And one day, what one of them did, a man from among this tribe did, was that a Muslim lady came into the marketplace. And as she was looking at some of the products to buy, he tied her clothing so that when she walked away, it pulled off of her. So she became exposed. And there was a Muslim there who, of course, he got angry and upset. So he killed this man, this Jewish man. And then this tribe, this Jewish tribe, they killed the Muslim man. And then the family and the tribe of this Muslim man now got involved, and sort of a battle started between this tribe and the Jewish tribe. And when the Prophet ﷺ heard, he decided enough was enough. And so he collected the Sahaba, and they militarily made a move against this tribe. So they surrounded them, right? Because they were living in a fort. And in those days, the Jews used to do that. Anywhere they settled, they would build themselves a fort, so that they're safe. At least that's how they feel. They're safe inside of the fort. So the Prophet ﷺ went and they surrounded this fort. And after about 2 weeks or so, with negotiations and whatever else, the people inside decided to surrender. But before the Prophet ﷺ could decide what to do with them, this man named Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. Have you heard of him before? Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. Who has heard of this person before? Alright, one person. What do you know about him? Just one word. Just tell me one word.
The chief of Munafiq.
He was the chief of the Munafiqeen. Ahsan. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. He was the head of the hypocrites in Medina. And so he had good relations with the Jewish tribes as well. Because remember, their objective is the same. He didn't like Islam and Muslims. They didn't like the Islam either. So he found them to be good friends. So he came and decided to plead with the Prophet ﷺ, you know, these are good people, I have good relations with them, and so on. So he pleaded with the Prophet ﷺ not to be too hard on them. So in the end, what they settled for was that all their weapons, because there were people who were blacksmiths, so they used to make all these weapons. They would hand over all the weapons and some of their wealth to the Muslims. And the Prophet ﷺ would not do anything else to them. And then later on, of course, they were banished from Medina. They were kicked out of Medina because of the constant treachery and so on. Now this happened in the 2nd year of the Hijrah. And then the 3rd year of the Hijrah rolled around, and the second major battle in Islam took place. All of you know this battle. It is called the Battle of Uhud. Now first of all, brothers and sisters, Uhud is a mountain in Medina. It is a mountain in Medina. And it is sort of north of Medina. And this mountain it has some special stories. The Prophet ﷺ, in a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, once he was on top of this mountain. He went on top of this mountain himself, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Umar ibn al-Khattab, and Uthman ibn Affan. The 4 of them were on the mountain of Uhud. And the mountain shook, it trembled like, it was shaking. And the Prophet ﷺ lightly stamped his feet on the mountain and he said, Uthbut ya Uhud, be firm, O Uhud, فَإِنَّ عَلَيْكَ نَبِيًّا وَصِدِّيقًا وَشَهِيدَيْنِ. He said to the mountain, O mountain, be firm, stay firm, for surely standing upon you are a prophet, a Siddiq, and 2 martyrs. And this statement of the Prophet, 2 martyrs, actually is what we call foretelling of the fact that Umar ibn al-Khattab and Uthman ibn Affan would be martyred. And this would happen in the future. So it is foretelling something of the future, and of course, this is knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exposed to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. And of course, the mountain stopped shaking and it became firm. So in the 2nd year of the Hijrah, the 3rd year of the Hijrah, Quraysh decided that they will make a military move against the Muslims again. They're still hurting from Badr 2 years ago. They're still really angry and upset. They can't believe they were defeated. They could not believe how this is possible. So they decided that they were going to give it another shot. Plus, many of the people who had relatives who were killed in Badr, they wanted revenge. So they were very instrumental in forcing and pushing and instigating the rest of the people of Mecca to go for war, to gather an army and go out and attack the Muslims in Medina. So they gathered about 3,000 people
The Quraysh army was about 3,000 strong. They brought 3,000 camels with them, right, for food and for riding and so on. 200 horses, well equipped for war. And they also brought some women with them, because usually the women will not go to war. They are left behind at home. But in Uhud, they decided to bring women, and their strategy for bringing women was that the women will act as an instigation for the men. Because it would be hard for them to not run away from the battlefield and leave the women behind. So they brought the women to sort of shame the men into not running away from the battlefield. Among the ladies who came is a lady named Hind. At the time she was not a Muslim. And in the Battle of Uhud, her father was killed. Her brother was killed in the Battle of Uhud. So she wanted revenge. And since the person who killed her brother is Hamza radiallahu anhu, she had